Detective Alice Bennett stood by the grave of Naomi Hunte, the rain blending with her silent tears. The city of London seemed to mourn with her, a heavy sadness enveloping the streets. She replayed the events that led to this tragedy, a chilling reminder of the system's failure. Naomi and Fiona Holm had shared more than just a connection with their murderer, Carl Cooper. Each had lived in fear, their calls for help echoing unanswered in the corridors of power meant to protect them. Alice had been a junior detective when Naomi first reported the harassment. Her pleas for action were ignored, her words hauntingly dismissed as overreactions to a lover's quarrels. Now, as a seasoned detective, Alice knew that the system's oversight had cost them their lives. With every unheeded warning, the evidence piled unnoticed, whispering the truth of Cooper's sinister obsession. Naomi's lifeless body was found on Valentine's Day 2022, a cruel twist of fate. Fiona's fate remained even more tragic, her disappearance and suspected murder leaving an aching void for her family. The media spotlight burned brightly, casting long shadows over the police department. Met officers were now under investigation for failing to heed the women's desperate cries for help. Their fate was to be decided by a review, but for Alice, no inquiry could erase the haunting silence. Alice had been part of the decision not to charge Cooper when Fiona reported him in April 2023. More thorough investigation could have perhaps unraveled the horror sooner. She had sat across from the families, offering apologies that felt hollow, shackled by their conclusions too late to prevent the inevitable. As the rain eased, Alice promised herself she would be their voice. She couldn't change the past, but she could fight for justice, ensure that such neglect would never again trap the innocent in a web of fear and unheeded pleas. Naomi and Fiona's haunted echoes became her drive, pushing her to a vow of uncompromising vigilance against indifference. As the rain cleared, so did her resolve. Alice walked away from the grave, determined to be an agent of change, unyielding in her pursuit for justice. She would ensure the city's streets remembered their names and that their tragedy would not be repeated.